understand, but refuse to learn even after the story is explained to you. I mean, I've been watching it for 2 years. I would be totally for it if anybody there wanted it.
Somebody mad at you today, huh?
Yeah. She saw her sister go play, and she's like, I have to sit here with you?
Oh, she has to sit there.
Yeah. Well, she had the headphones, and she took them off. Let me put them back on, so she says hello to you. Say hi to Marcus. Say hi to Marcus.
Hey!
Okay. You see him right there?
Hey! I'm good with the kid.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like you're talking about, like, you know what you're talking about. Please explain that to the non-Swedish observer. What justification these courts have for ruling against Tesla? Well, the courts obviously said what their justification is. Who knows if it's good enough on appeal, but I guess that's a better question than... No, it's not. The real question is what's going on here. Tesla correctly applied for connection. Swedish law says they should get one within 2 years, which is now past due. That's why they picked 2 years as reasonable, because the law says that 2 years is reasonable. Electricity supply company won't provide a connection because their union, which is currently at odds with Tesla's. No. Because their union is affiliated with the union that is having the Tesla. Their union doesn't give a crap. Tesla's over refusal to sign a collective agreement amounting to unionization of its Swedish workforce, which is not required to do so by law. Correct. Decline 1, seemingly contrary to Swedish law. The court said that it's not contrary to Swedish law, but we'll see. There's law in Sweden which says anyone inside a particular line of work has to join an appropriate union. Right. You don't have to join a union as a individual or as a company. There's no evidence to suggest that Tesla Swedish workers are suffering as a result of their refusal to sign Tesla collective agreements. Right, and that's the part that gets me on this is bogus, because if we had individual workers being abused or requesting this, then that would change the equation so much. Which creates the wages, pensions, working hours. Ergo, the union is failing to provide a service which is required to by law and should be ordered to correct the situation, if necessary, on pain of being significantly and appropriately penalized. They've got so much money, though. They won't be penalized. They're like, oh, next. Meanwhile, all EV owners and operators in Sweden are being, because that's going to be another open station for everyone. Penalized due to not being able to utilize all of Tesla's supercharger network, generally accepted as the best in the world. Yeah. What am I missing? It seems extremely probable that a higher court will eventually rule in Tesla's favor. All right, so I don't know about that part, and the only other part I disagreed with in their comment was that the electric union has a problem with Tesla. It's IF Metal coercing the electric union to participate. All right, so he says, what you don't understand is that mere regulations cannot be used to violate constitutional rights. Whenever there's a conflict between a regulation and a constitutional right, regulation is only valid so much as constitutional rights of all parties involved. Okay. Relevant that Tesla applied for the permit. Permits cannot be used as an end run to violate constitutional right for workers to participate in a sympathy strike. I think what might end up happening out of all of this is that they might lose it, just like everywhere else in the world cannot do sympathy strikes. Because it is a little bit bullshit.
Yeah.
If Tesla and Tesla employees have a problem, let them duke it out. If Disney and Disney employees have a problem, let them duke it out. But if Disney is screwing the writers in Sweden, but the grocery store won't sell them eggs. That's what the heck. That's what's going on here. Oh, you didn't pay the writers enough, so we've decided that we are going to let the garbage pile up in your facilities. Are you part of the same union? No, we're part of the garbage makers union. Well then, what does that do with the writers? You're only conflating the company with the union. Yes, you did. It's not their union. The workers' constitutional rights cannot be violated because their employer has an obligation to a third party. What? Constitutional rights of each employee supersedes the obligations of the company enters into. Oh, he's saying that because the company has a contract doesn't mean that the company can make the workers do it. Yeah, but again, their union doesn't have an issue with Tesla. This agreement between the company and the workers enshrines the workers' rights to sympathy strike in this exact situation. The union and the individual workers are not party to any agreements that the company makes with the other third parties. And workers are not chattel forced to do labor. We're not saying they need to be slaved into doing it. Because, if Tesla pissed off the electric workers and had a strike against them directly, I don't think anybody would say anything. That's 100%. Has 100% right not to enter any agreement with any workers. Yeah, they do. But it sure doesn't seem that way in practice, does it? Because you guys keep, we're going to get you over here. Anders, I had trouble getting it as well. But it still looks fine over here. What's going on? Is yours messed up this week?
Is he? Hey, ask him. Is he using the other link? Because I went. You told me I used the other link, but that didn't work to get on. I don't know if that's the case. I went back and looked. You told me, the link. I went and used the last link to the show, and that one didn't get me in. It was just black.
It wouldn't. Let me.
But the newest one you just sent,
Brian as well.
The one you sent, then I was able to get on as of now.
Okay. Yeah, let me send another one to Brian then.
That may be what he's talking about.
Maybe. If I can spell. Oh, it's in Gmail. You're not in my Gmail. Why are we in Gmail? There we go. There he is. Here's the first one. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know why I'm trying to use Gmail. And my screen had drifted up into the lights. Let's drift it back down in front of the screen, in front of the camera. There we go.
You and your cool glasses. I was looking into it. I was like, yeah. Fit those in the
back. Gmail's like regular mail, but 1,000. I used the one from the front page of YouTube, which should work, which tells me it's their problem. Yeah, I think it is a YouTube issue going on right now, but shame that it always has issues when it's my turn.
Right.
Today, but keep future reference. Okay. That's fine, and I appreciate it. And so I think that this union is about to ruin the Swedish way for the Swedes out of their self-interest, not Swedes' self-interest, but out of metal's self-interest, and got a little big for their britches. All they had to do was just kind of foam up some dissent and then get people pissed off, and then it looked like a real strike, and then everybody would be against Tesla. They didn't do it that way. Thought they found an easy target to make a statement, and really all it's done is got the world looking at why is the Swedish way with this sympathy stuff. I really think the workers in question have decided to be a member of a union, and they decided to lawfully participate in. Oh, we're still talking electric union. Okay, but say there are only 13 of them at Tesla. And let's see. Actually, there's ample evidence of this, starting with workers being ineligible for certain unemployment benefits. What's 5? Evidence of what? Because there's no obligation for workers to prove they are harmed in order to participate in their constitutional right to sympathy strike. Who at Tesla has had issues with their unemployment benefits? Because I'm sure that then at that point everybody would jump in. There's nowhere to go because every single one of yours.
They was having problems with. They saying what was it again? Now they said
it sounds like he's suggesting that either somebody in metal or somebody in the electric union is having trouble with their unemployment benefits because of this. or not in metal, but in Tesla. That would be covered by metal, but I mean, I'm glad to be proven wrong on that, but we haven't heard anything to that effect outside of Sweden. Let's see. He says that she can't say ergo. Ergo is fundamentally faulty or attempting to build a pyramid on a foundation of blocks of ice, and the sunlight of examination has melted away your foundation, collapsing your argument. Not really. Because she got two things wrong. No, the two things she got wrong were don't destroy her argument. The union and workers are not the same legal entity as the company, right? Are not legally obligated to do any labor for Tesla without labor agreement in place between workers and Tesla. What? The union and its workers have an agreement with the electric company to do work, so apparently they're allowed to have another agreement with another union. That might be what's issue here, but no, you wouldn't have an agreement with everybody you do contract work for. That's just cumbersome. Hey, we need one piece of art done. We need to do an agreement first, and the time to do our event has passed, and we don't have art for our event. You guys suck. No, you just commission it. Give me one piece of art. Ironically, let's see. The Tesla will be 100% within their rights to demand the union under penalty of law the work be completed if Tesla enters a collective agreement with those workers. Tesla doesn't care who does the work. The company owes them a connection. The company might have to get new workers, which would give them some trouble because those workers could be considered scabs. So it sounds like the company needs to pay a company that doesn't have a sympathy strike to do the work. What, baby? What? I'm sorry.
Hey, Case, I'm a little lost. I mean, I'm new. This is something new to me as well. So they have unions there, correct?
Right. Yes.
But we can't here in the United States. In the States.
One more time, please.
I said we don't have them here in the States, so we can't have them in the States with dealing with when it comes to Tesla. Huh?
Let me turn you up. Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, one more time.
Now,
in the United States,
I said they have them there. They have unions there with Tesla in the Swedish, but we can't here in the United States. Why is that?
Well, you can, but they won't. Same thing there. They won't join the agreement, so they it won't do any good.
Gotcha.
But worse, because of the at-willness, they might let you go for reasons.
Yeah.
But over there, the member is a member of the union, but the union isn't in an agreement with Tesla, so they have 13 people who are part of the union, but it doesn't do them any good except that they get to pay for nothing because the union is not providing them anything in that particular company.
Yeah. Like out here in Texas, Texas is an at will state.
Yeah. Tell me what? One's over there? Okay, well, she wants mommy. She sees her sister. She's still ready to play, even though she's sleeping. What are you stepping on over there? It sounds bad. Sister's gone? I know, she's gone. She can't carry you anyway. You're too big. You're more than half her weight. It wouldn't go over very well. She's back. Look, there she is. She is her mom now. She's very sleepy. I wasn't comfortable enough for her. Usually she just falls right asleep, but I think what it is she wanted some music, and I can't do any music while we do this. So.
Oh no, you be getting this copy. You're getting that little hyphen mark. All the time.
Here we have from somebody actually in Sweden. Here, signing a collective agreement is voluntary. There is no law that says you must sign a collective agreement. Exactly. Yeah. And so, but that goes for the worker and the company. So you've got 13 workers who did decide that they wanted to do it. And one company decided they weren't going to do it. And about 220 other people who also didn't do it. So for these 13 people for the last 2 years, there's been the real strikeout, the 13 people, but they've been showing up for work, it seems, because every now and then when the people who are monitoring this strike go around, they might see 5 people out there with the picket line. Sounds like at least another 8 people are committing wage fraud, but let's not make too many allegations there. Just saying the numbers don't add up. But anyway, because those 13 people want their union represented in Tesla, we've had naval blockades, we've had electrical blockades, we've had so on and so forth. The mail not being delivered, the trash not picked up, the floor not mopped. I mean, again, if the whole workforce felt like that, that would be extremely effective. But they have a right not to join, but yet I agree. It's just, it wouldn't even be as weird if it was not for the sympathy part of it. Like if it was just 13 people just out there for 2 years getting paid, fine. And then they could convince their coworkers to join or not join. But like I said, I use this example. Let's keep out the Tesla thing. Okay, so Tesla won't let metal get represented in their company, and the same egg growers association decides they're not allowed to have eggs for any reason. I don't know what Tesla uses eggs for other than breakfast, but it's like that. And in fact, I'd like to see that happen because I'm curious how the reporting would go. In other news today, Tesla Sweden can't get eggs because this metal workers group 2 years ago decided that they wanted to have a written agreement with Tesla, and the written agreement said that the employees will have this, and this, and the employees actually already have these greater things than what they've asked for.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, what do you want? you want a pay cut? We'll give you a pay cut. All right, so leave Andrew's comment up there, and we will finish the rest of these guys' comment. Let's see. All right, these tests will be 100% within the rights to demand upon penalty of law that the work be completed if Tesla enters agreement. No. Oh, well, yes. But why would Tesla enter an agreement with the electrical workers? Those aren't their employees. And that would be even worse. Like, oh, you won't join a union for your own employees, but you'll join them for some other company? That's extra stupid. like literally, if they said, "Oh no, we're not in agreement with metal, but we're in agreement with electrical workers," and then they could go to the electrical workers union and say, "You guys are violating the agreement. We're taking you to court." I mean, yeah, they could do it, but that's even more stupid than this. There's no forced labor in union in Sweden. Yeah, absolutely. Any labor done in Sweden is done by consent of the worker. Okay, and the consent of the workers is done through collectives. And that's fine. The weird part is the sympathy collectives. That the actual people affected haven't asked for this. Let's see. Multiple companies and unions, by whatever negotiated method that both workers and employers agree to. There's no agreement until there's an agreement. There's no consent until there's consent. There's no forced labor without consent. Well, there's the money, and then there's the work. And if there is no work, there is no money. Sounds pretty straightforward. But these guys have the money. Well, the company has the money, and so the electric company can't compel the electric company workers to do the work. But the electric company has the money, so now they need to get the work done somehow. So it sounds like they're going to need to have somebody else do the work. And obviously not directly under their employee, because then that would be scabs, and that'd be a big no-no. So they're gonna have to give that money to another company. They're gonna lose money on this because the other company's probably gonna charge what they charge or more. Oh well. But see, again, that's the sympathy part of it all. Like, how could the electric company know that they were going to get sucked into this? How is that the electric company's fault?
Right.
Anyway, that is Tesla's. No, it's not Tesla's problem. It's the electric company's problem at this point. That is some mafia-esque stuff right there. Anyway, he claims it's Tesla's problem, and they have absolutely no legal impact at all in this case. I'm not sure why you thought it had any relevance at all. Well, until the next level court tells them no, they do have the ability to request it. To get it, who knows? This is the key part. What you're missing is the desire to actually understand. What? You think anybody doesn't want to understand this game of strings? You don't actually care about any of the legalities. I didn't get that from her comment. You're missing what you're intentionally choosing to miss. No, you are definitely strawman of the go right now. Any response that you choose to post, there's nothing I can do to help. Well, maybe if you continue to try to explain without name calling and saying what somebody's thinking. This requires you to miss everything. You can see miss it all. Why? Prove me wrong. Why would she care?
Right.
She's trying to understand it, and say that she's got the wrong lens. Absolutely, she's willing to understand, but calling her names isn't going to make it happen. The nation of Sweden is clearly forcing Tesla to engage in the U.S. Department of Commerce in this ridiculous matter to stop sales in this country. What does the U.S. Department of Commerce have to do with anything? This is Tesla Sweden versus everybody that IF Metal is coercing. They tried to get IF Germany to do it, and IF Germany said they got their own issues. Plus, I think sympathy strikes are not legal in Germany, so that would have also made them exposed. Let's see. Either engage the U.S. Department of Commerce in this ridiculous matter or to stop sales in the country. What does the government have to do with any of this? IF Metal would love to see Tesla stop sell in this country. The government doesn't care. They're going to collect their taxes left or right. The entire nation of Sweden is joining IF Metal in the collusion campaign. No, they're not. It is what it is. There are trade agreements that obviously be broken in this situation. I'll agree with that. Irony here is that IKEA is essentially non-unionized in the U.S. Well, it is ironic, isn't it? So what would be the narrative be if the U.S. forced IKEA to hire only Teamsters union workers or else? But the government isn't doing this. So that's where you're wrong there. The government's not forcing this. Cheers, Timothy. Good to see you. Let's see. Labor unions began in the 18th century, but they eventually evolved from the guilds that were formed in the Middle Ages in order for craftsmen and other industries to control monopolies. The history involves religious persecution by blocking non-Christians from their professions. They started as thug gangs years ago, and nothing's changed today. There's a lot of old stuff we have around the world that is interesting. And so he's thinking that Sweden is doing this IF Metal. So his comment's a little bit off. Kangaroo Court, the judge effectively made a state decision in this labor market conflict and then justified it by claiming the state should not decide. They said unanimous. How many is unanimous? Is it 3 judges or 2, or can't be 1 and be unanimous? Well, the standard of living and quality of life hugely better than the average U.S. citizen. Yep. Healthcare, support to retrain when made unemployed, decent free medical care for everyone, care in old age, caring, open, intelligent society, freedom to have a decent, secure life. Like in the USA, where must fire the entire supercharger team on a whim was a ludicrously self-centered individual. It was kind of looking pretty silly that he did that, and thankfully the company recovered from it, but that could have been bad. Take all the standards and install them in other countries. Let's stand. Yeah, they can do that as well. But why? He's going to take those supercharger out, all the superchargers out, and put them somewhere else. obstacles like that, I would have left the country long ago. It's crazy, but I understand it's not as easy getting advice from behind the screen. I hope Tesla perseveres. I hope that everybody comes to an agreement over there. Because why should the drivers of Sweden suffer just because somebody wants something over there? Like, you could literally, my way of the highway, stand your ground, testified on, I can't go into this. Like, here's the only thing about Sweden other than Swedish fish, the female vital thing. You really need to do more research. I have a lot of Swedish stuff in my house. Mostly electric, but hey.
Yeah.
Ericsson, ABB, yep. Okay, the ASA part, Spotify, Atlas, couple. See, that's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of stuff. Volvo, Alpha, all the Volvo's Chinese now. Alpha, Laval, AstraZeneca, that's drugs. Electrolux, like I said, I have a lot of electrical stuff. Saab. So the only Saab that matters to us now is the jets. Sandvik, and unfortunately H&M as well. You don't like the clothes? It's something to look at. I don't know if I've actually personally bought anything from H&M. My wife has, though. Fish, though, I assume you think of Norway. But Swedish fish, the candy doesn't come from Norway, does it? I assume that she meant Swedish fish, that he meant Swedish fish, the candy, right? Mr. Speck says Swedish fish is the candy sold in the U.S. Like molecule saltfish but it's colored insanely sweet fruit taste. Yeah, they've Americanized them for the American market, right? Gotta crank up that sugar. I'm curious, what is it in the Swedish Constitution that supports artificial label monopoly blackmailing an employer? I think it's just like the other guy tried to say, the free association, and that the company can't force them to do anything. Worker says nothing, but the right to strike is protected under the Swedish instrument of government rendering. Sorry, not rendering. That's Regeringsformen. Specifically, Chapter 2, Section 14, which grants labor unions and employer organizations the right to take industrial action unless restricted by law or agreement. Since there is no CBA in place, there's no duty of peace either. I think that's a loophole. These guys have the sympathy strikes. And I think that's the reason why every other country has explicitly called out that you can't do it, because they didn't want this. Like getting involved, tying up judges for something that should be literally just between two companies, or I should say two organizations. The company and the union, trying to represent the workers in the one place. Or in this case, that represents 13 workers in the place and wants to do more, but the company doesn't recognize them. So it would be like, oh yeah, we need this, and then those 13 people just never show up. But because of the law, they can't get fired, but they don't have to get paid either, because the union will pay them. Interesting. There are, of course, exemptions and restrictions, and certain essential service workers, like police, military, are barred from striking under separate laws. The court has, of course, taken this into consideration. And then that's when I realized that we're one of the few that has federal mail. When I found out that the mail was blockaded, I was like, what? How does that work? Because the mail is not federal over there. So it seems that the Constitution is misinterpreted by the mafia running the government. No, like I said, it's probably a loophole that it's not barred, so it's allowed. The matter of protests being limited between the affected parties makes sense. Yeah, and that's I think the problem is that it's not. There's anything in there saying that it can only be the people who are at odds with each other can be doing stuff to each other. However, they are allowing the opposing group to include the entire country in its party, yes, which violates the spirit of the Constitution. They are forcing its company versus country. Yes. This explains why their system is so insane. It's been fully corrupted by the Swedish mafia. How insane. How many Tesla workers are on strike fighting for this agreement that have been paid by the whole time by the union? From what we understand, 13, not none. The Tesla employees don't want it. That's the crazy part. Right, so it's up to 50 now. Some 50 persons are included. Interesting facts, but still 50 is way lower than the 200 some odd people they accounted for last time I saw a head count. Interesting facts. Test employees were granted free membership into IF Battle. Oh wow, you couldn't get these people to join for free. What does that tell you? Join us, no dues. Nah, I'll pass. Wow, I didn't realize that. The strike pay from the union is 130% over the standard 80% as unemployment pay. Oh, that's how they're still doing it. Okay, so normally you get 80% of your check, but these guys are getting paid extra to be on strike. Strike payment is exempt from taxes due to them being socialist.
Wow.
Wow, so you're getting 130% of your pay tax free. I'd be out there on the picket line all day.
Right.
But they're not on the picket line most of the time, which is interesting. Do you have like a limit? Like you can only be on strike for 20 hours a week or something? Huh. But even that's not working. I mean, I knew they were getting like more payment than working, but I didn't realize not just more, but like tax free. Shoot, you guys have a lot of taxes over there. Okay, on how to deny Sweden modern infrastructure, superchargers need maintenance as potential union members. Sweden has plenty of modern infrastructure without depending on just Tesla superchargers. Yeah, but even there, they're the most reliable DC fast chargers. The specific chargers are a rounding error on Sweden's charging infrastructure. That's not what I'm hearing. Now do something you're more familiar with, like talking about your directions on Mars and Uranus or whatever. What? He started out all right, but now he's just kind of being mean to everybody in the group. Network name, approximate number of charging points, Vattenfall in charge 5,000, Mayor 3,800, Tesla supercharge 1,374. Okay, but number of charging points. So it sounds like he's talking about the chargers. What he's talking about the plugs. But are they all DC fast, or are some of them level 2s? Neem Energy is 1250, Circle K 1000, Quello 830, Recharge 800, Ionity we know is real, 400. Circle K is real too. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not real. I'm saying that we know that they're not level 2s. So it sounds like the third one in the nation is not just a freaking rounding error. Number of approximate charging locations. Okay, so yeah, so now he's talking about the number of chargers. Mayor has 1,000 locations, so they are probably onesie twosies, or again, level 2s. Quello 830, Vattenfall in charge 800, Circle K 500. I would go out to say that most of the Circle Ks are fast. I've seen some level 2 Circle Ks, but since they're mostly gas stations, or just out and about freestanding with the Circle K. Recharge 450, Tesla Supercharger 120. We know Tesla Supercharger is not Tesla destination charger, so those are all DC fast. Ionity, with only 45 locations, I would imagine that any level 2s they have are going to be attached to the DC fast locations. And then count every socket in every building. Some buildings have low latency, high bandwidth Wi-Fi internet connections. Okay, that I don't. He was trying to make a point. He might not have done it correctly, but that has nothing to do with it. Must also destroy the tradition of workforce solidarity in Sweden. I don't think he cares. Born in Sweden to a Danish mother. Shame on Tesla. Afraid of unions. I don't think they're afraid of unions. He just doesn't care. Of little people standing together, he doesn't care about that. Not afraid of bribing workers to vote for Trump. Well, he did do that crap. I think that, had Trump not won, Musk would have faced some fines for that vote buying scheme of his. The climate change denier, he wasn't a climate change denier even during the first version of the administration. I don't know what happened to him other than the money. And he doesn't deny it. He's just all of a sudden like, oh, it's 1,000 parts per million. You can still breathe that, yeah, but you don't want a headache outdoors. You know, 1,000 inside gives you a headache. If they say open a window, if you open the window, it brings the headache in. We got a problem. Not afraid of supporting far right parties in the EU. He supports some pretty wild politics. Yes, 15 kids, okay, in an overpopulated world. He doesn't feel it's overpopulated, and depending on the country you look at, it's not. But 15 kids, that's a personal thing. Selfishness on steroids. I don't know, maybe. I'm going to judge that. I'm glad that Swedish workers and the Swedish courts are standing up to this megalomaniac act of a bully. So the courts need to look at the law, not whether or not he's a nice guy. Somebody at Tesla, please actually hire someone who understands Swedish labor practices instead of reading social media sites and going around in circles sniffing each other's behinds. So I don't think that anybody who works for that part of Tesla has time for social media because they get pretty busy. And I suspect if they were breaking the law, they would have had other issues to contend with. All right, so that was IF Metal. And let me close, well, not just close this. Let me switch this to another screen, close that one, and then we will hide the display, and we'll get along with Marcus here. Let's see, hide this, adjust that. Boom. What's up, baby? All right. What's up, Marcus?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
What you got going on?
Oh man, nothing. I can't call it. Just getting ready for race season. But did you catch that thing on the news? I thought I sent it to you. I got sidetracked. I saw it on the news yesterday morning about the current administrator. They rolling back the
EPA.
Yeah. Over over things that just, I'm like. And I posted on my Instagram story. I just couldn't help it. Like I said, I don't try to get into pop, but it's just, I say, America is like, it's the weirdest, like, just don't believe in help. Just don't take things serious. It's just, it's proven. It's history. It's science.
I would say all of us. I would say that the money of our country doesn't believe in health. And only because it affects their money. I saw a news clip yesterday of this guy who works for a coal plant that was like, yeah, we're going to be doing great now. Like, no, you're not. We don't want coal because it's a pain to maintain. You got all this environmental stuff to worry about even after the rollbacks.
Right.
And I found out this week that you can't convert coal plants to nuclear, even though they use the same equipment.
Okay.
Because the coal plant leaves it too radioactive to comply as a nuclear plant when you go to activate that.
Oh.
Yeah.
See,
and so what the nuclear industry is asking for is some kind of reprieve. Like maybe you can say, hey, this is the new base, and if we go above the base at these sites that used to be coal plants, then you can say this is a nuclear catastrophe that we need to remediate or sound the alarm. Okay. But if you go to turn it on day one, actually before you fuel it up, it's too radioactive from when it was burning coal. Gotcha. To add the fuel. It's like literally you're blocked from refueling it or filling it for the first time. And coal contains uranium, thorium, plutonium, and a whole bunch of other bad stuff. And you got to burn a lot of coal. So
yeah.
But
it's
the guy. Huh?
We're just moving backwards, man.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I wonder if these guys have somebody have a write-up on it. Charging demand is growing, but is the infrastructure keeping up? No. Rivian R2 squeezed out 6 extra miles range with its innovative design. All right. I saw a bunch of previews, but it's so far out that I'm not really excited by it yet.
Yeah.
But bring it on, and I'll be glad to see it come out. More about the Slate truck. China safety. I guess I should probably just type in EPA on this.
Yeah.
Waymo's wild-looking Chinese van is ready for prime time. Oh, so a lot about the Highlander. Again, bring it to market. Be ready. Wow, their Instagram stories over inside EVs have basically stopped. Western automakers still cooked in the era of AI. Next gen EVs are a big reset. Stranded -35 Fred. How long can a Tesla Model 3 keep you warm? Well, I mean, stranded. Aurora's driverless trucks can now run longer than humans are legally allowed to. And those are gas trucks too, so that's interesting. I say gas, they're diesel. BYD plans to make the Auto 3 more popular. Finally know how fast the semi can charge, which is very, very fast.
That is a good question. That's a good question now.
What's that?
That's about the trucks can, go farther, longer than a human.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. But...
Yeah. Best EVs in France. Oh, finance. I said in France. Tesla deleted lots of features in the Model Y standard, but it didn't ruin it. Yeah, not like they did with the Cybertruck, man. That Cybertruck standard was garbage. I'm sorry.
The what now?
I said that Cybertruck standard was garbage. I'm sorry.
Oh, standard.
The long range. They took out all the stuff that made it a Cybertruck, other than the shape. Like, no air suspension, no tonneau cover, no rear screen, no this, that, and the other. Come on, guys.
Hey, you got
to make it a work truck.
Hey,
if you make it a work truck, make it a work truck price.
Hey, you gotta understand. I'm actually there watching them being built and holding it in.
You're like, is it done? You skipped 3 stations. All right, so this site didn't cover it at all. What the heck? Let's try this other one. I know that somebody had to write on this thing because to watch them patting themselves on the back and what little they actually accomplished, because let's see, electricity, wireless EV charging to the golf course. That's kind of cool. Helix Water District has state-of-the-art managed charging. All right. Don't call it a concept. The 670 horsepower Audi EX7 electric SUV caught testing. Sounds like it's close to reality. Genius. Adding solar panels to semi-trailers is an idea so obvious it hurts. Yeah, I've been thinking about that for years now. We'll talk about that one. I've opened it for later. This London borough is installing 500 curbside EV chargers. Seems like a no-brainer. Google secures 1 gigawatt of solar as Texas data center load surges. That's the other thing I don't understand. All these places complaining about electricity for their computers. Put some solar on the roof. Buy the field next door. Put some solar in that. And then get a couple of Tesla Megapacks or competitors and all the equipment that goes with the competitors, because they're not turnkey.
Just that simple.
It is. Unless you're trying to run it downtown, and most of these things are like out in the sticks. So make sure you include another 8 acres of solar, and you'd be fine. You just spent millions on computers; you can afford it. Tesla suddenly has 4 new, and then you have to worry about the price of electricity going up and down. Apple's upcoming low-cost MacBook. Toyota suddenly has 4 new electric SUVs that is betting will win over EV buyers. I wouldn't say suddenly. I would just say that they actually finally stopped lying to us and they brought 4 of them to market instead of showing them off and then not doing anything with them. VE Motion electric trailer axles cut truckers' diesel bills in half. I wonder if this is one of the companies we were talking about before under a new name. We'll look at them. Electric President's Day sale. All right. Oh, more on e-bikes. So I'll definitely want to talk about the also right there. Kia's EVs come to life as new flagship store. Glideways looks to refine mass transit with autonomous electric vehicles on dedicated guideways. Video. See, the problem is the guideways requires that some of these cities don't have room for just a free lane to give them a free lane. Actually, 2, because you need bidirectional. Tesla announces Powerwall 3P with native 3-phase power inverter. I was hearing about this, but I didn't actually see anything. Let's click on this one now. Let's share this tab instead. and bring it back on screen. Probably still not going to do Powerwall for my next one, just because I've found the DIY and I like what I see in the DIY, especially for the price. But I'm not going to discourage, because Powerwall I think is one of the best turnkeys out there. So if you need it and you're not into sourcing components, I think it's the best thing you can do for it. They've announced a 3P, a new variant of the home battery with native three-phase inverter built into a single unit. So this is basically just a Powerwall 3 with three-phase power, which is ready for those handful of places that need it. Because I'm talking about in the home, like say in Norway or something. Because a three-phase for a company, I guess depending on how big the company is, you would probably just want to get a mega pack. But those are so expensive. They need to bring back the power pack. That was the appropriate size. Like you could have one campus on like one building, one power pack. One campus, 6 power packs. Native three-phase inverter built into a single unit. The product announced for the German market first, so yeah, so it is for Europe. Eliminates the clunky workaround that previously required European homeowners to install up to 3 separate power walls to achieve the whole home backup on the continent's standard 3-phase residential grids. Signed up now live on Tesla's website. So yeah, it is just a 3-phase power wall. Why 3-phase matters? Well, because some people get that as the feed-in from their grid. North America, most homes run on single phase, and the single Powerwall 3 handles the whole home. Europe is different. Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and most continent wire residential properties with 3-phase power, which is more efficient, economical to install, and supports higher power demands. Until now, Tesla's answer to this was inelegant. And it's expensive too, because when you look at what they charge for a single Powerwall 3,
jeez.
Yeah, you need 3 of them just to get the basic runtime. And getting them balanced too. On a single phase backup, they just stack 3 units, 1 per phase to cover the entire home. Roughly $15,400 per unit before the incentives in the US. The European pricing varies. That tripled the cost and complexity of installation. Yeah, and time too. Powerwall 3P consolidates all that into a single box with native 3-phase power inverter that connects all 3 phases simultaneously and balances loads across them. I don't know why it took them so long to do this. This is smart. And I want to say the competition is doing it, but not necessarily. Because I've seen some installs over there that like the DIY stuff, you'll have 3 boxes just in line there. But there are some even DIY that are already 3-phase. Tesla's not released detailed specifications. I think it probably would be just the inverter, really. Standard Powerwall 3 offers 13.5 usable capacity, 11.5 continuous, and 20 kilowatts of DC input, and uses LFP chemistry with a 10-year warranty. Tesla's not disclosed whether the 3P maintains those same specs or adjusts them to accommodate the 3-phase inverter architecture. So the question there really would be what the output of the new inverter is, because if they kept the size, then there's no reason any of that had to change. But if they needed the inverter to still be able to keep up with the whole home, and they made it bigger so that each of the 3 phases is covered in full, then maybe the main unit is less capable than everybody else's main unit for Powerwall 3. And then the extra batteries are all just batteries, so they should still be the same. Unless, of course, they perfectly match the first one. Then they should have smaller, like, hats. The company describes the 3P as a compact battery storage system with integrated solar inverter that analyzes energy consumption, solar production, and weather forecasts, and dynamic electricity tariffs to optimize when to store or discharge energy. Excuse me. That last feature is particularly relevant for the German market, where variable electricity tariffs are becoming standard, and real-time optimization can meaningfully reduce household energy costs. And you got what, 2 pluses or 2s?
2. I just got 2s. But I'm glad you said I got the 2s. I want to, you weren't thinking you can probably maybe find one, somewhere out here at a good low sale price. I want to get one more, a 2.
Oh, it's an extra 2? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's a good idea, especially if anybody was doing the upgrade, because you can't keep your 2s and your 3s together. Right. So they were going to figure it out and then That they've been saying that longer than they said that the Powerwall would work with the Cybertruck.
So
So.
keep me in mind. Keep me in mind. Send me all the information if you some come across your desk. As far I want to get one more this year.
Okay.
But yeah, because I heard you can't mix them.
Not yet.
And I'm not finna.
Probably never. They're right. By the time they figured out, Powerwall 3 warranties expired, or Powerwall 2 warranties expired. Sorry, we're not going to mix them. We decided we'd put Optimus in their place. That's the one thing I don't understand. Canceling S and X to put Optimus in, but Optimus is going to Austin. So how long is it going to take to put in Austin, or what are you going to do with the space once Optimus moves to Austin? Keep it in Fremont too, or I mean, because they could have just canceled S and X without an excuse because it wasn't selling all that highly.
Okay, see, this had everybody scratching their head, and I worked there.
Okay.
I heard the rumors last year, and it was kind of confirmed. And I heard it was gonna probably be announced around, end of January, February.
I mean,
we all scratch our heads,
man. Marcus and I, we have our S and X's, we love them, but
love it.
Yeah, we can see the writing on the wall.
I love it.
Let's see.
If I was able, blessed to have the funds, I have like 1 or 2 different ones for each other day of the week.
Yes. Yeah, I would have grabbed another one if I could have swung it.
Especially
just for the refresh.
Especially my 2013. That's my baby, man. I love that car, man.
Yeah.
I just hit 200,000 miles on it.
It's a classic.
I love it.
200K. Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir. It's my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't know if you got a chance to see. It was my baby so bad when I seen a video. This guy, he was trying to paint the narrative. They had a 2012 signature for $4,000. It needed a battery pack, and
that one.
Yeah, he was trying to sell the fact that once these batteries go bad, the cars are these cars are just piling up. Everybody $15,000-$20,000 for a battery pack. And not knowing,
brand new one.
Look, I mean, I made the video quite. I did my research just to prove it, debunk that, about it. Even from because I did chat GPT, what kind of vehicles compared to that Model S 2013 at the time. It was like an Audi, BMW, something else. But anyway, so I just said hypothetical. Let's just say if a motor needed replacement or motor in trans, and that was it was, and it's just proven facts,
15 grand.
And not that, another thing too, I ain't think about it to chat GPT kind of brought to my attention. That's not to say they may run into other problems that's needed if a car with that kind of mileage on there have, that's what people
guaranteed.
But yeah, man, like I said, if I was able to invest right now, I sure find a couple S's out here that's for $3,000 and buy them and put a pack in them and sell them,
That's right. There's a mechanic around the corner from me. He's got one. He had like soil on the hood for a while, but it looked like it was on the other night because the lights were just on. I'm like, all right, you do it. You bring that thing back to life. Yeah. Look like a project when he's got free time. And it doesn't look like he's got a lot of free time.
But things been about to get interesting. I can't say this. Things is about to get interested in a couple matter of months with Tesla when it comes to the performance car side,
All right.
It's gonna be some shockers, it's gonna be some shockers, but I'm crossing my fingers. They bring it back. They just say we're gonna keep on going. You never know. Like I said, man,
I'm still of the mind that what they need to do is just make it fit the Cybertruck platform.
Mm-hmm.
For the X, that's easy because SUVs and trucks always have shared frames before. The S will be a little harder to fit on the Cybertruck platform. But it was already a wide body car, so if they had the will, they could do that, and then just either run through in cycles like you see with GM, where like just random cars are coming down the line, or like Honda and Toyota, where batches of cars come down the line. Like today's Cybertruck day, today's new S day, today's new X day. Actually, X and Cybertruck probably still run down the line together, but because you'd have to adjust the way that certain things were spaced for the S.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It doesn't say that they didn't do that, but they didn't telegraph that either. So if they telegraph it after June, then we'll know. But it could just be that they don't feel they're going to be a car company at all for very long. But my whole thing has been like, you've got enough resources to get the new thing ready and keep doing the old thing, and then just not half-ass it like Ford did. Because Ford's got their whole new skunk works, and then they kept, not producing. And then what was it? Next week we're supposed to see something from them finally after 8 years.
Who's that?
Ford.
No.
I don't know, but Ford's showing something off soon. I saw Jim Farley talk about it, and I'm excited for that. It looks like the what you guys call unboxed, they call the tree. So it'll be interesting to see what they think of the tree, and that'll be fun. All right, so let's see. 3P launch comes at a critical moment for the energy division. One segment of the company that is unambiguously growing. Tesla deployed a record for 46.7 gigawatt hours of storage in 25, a 48% increase year over year. That's impressive. Driving energy revenue up 26.6% to $12.8 billion. The division's 29.8% gross margin, and that's what Tesla likes to be right there, 20 to 30% margin. It's good and comfortable. Energy storage now accounts for 13% of Tesla's total revenue and 23% of its gross profit, so more than SNX. By a landslide. Vehicle deliveries declined 8.6% globally, and that's a couple major factors go into that, including lack of incentives worldwide and certain social reactions to certain people.
Hey, Casey, let me ask you this while I'm thinking about it. I don't mind, doing it on your show. This is your opinion, because I was brainstorming this. They say why. I'm gonna go back to when they said they canceling the S and X, right, because of profit and things. Do you think? Now, like I say, I know we all in our group chat, and I follow you guys. You guys big on this. That's why I feed all. I learn from you guys, and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was just brainstorming because I just love I love this. I love the product. I love what I love this. But I was just thinking they canceled it. They say why? Because of the numbers. But do you think maybe some of this kind of had to do with like dealing with this politics situation when Elon chose to do what he did in the when they kind of put a bad taste on some people as far as the Tesla the Tesla brand.
Yeah. It's possible if that was enough to lower SNX beyond the threshold where they can break even on it, then like if they start losing money on it, absolutely they would close it in a heartbeat. Or if it was time, like somewhere around the world that they needed to change it for crash standards or anything like that, then if it wasn't worth redoing it or that change couldn't be done worldwide, then I would see them canceling the line. And it looks like that time is coming, because I don't see with them making enough Optimuses there before they move to Austin that's needed to be done for that.
Even with that, with the Optimus, I still feel just by how I see how some people are in the United States are. That some people like change and things like that. Because every time I talk about it, and I be saying my video, I can't wait till I get my Tesla body. People talking about. Man, these things gonna be taking your jobs and all this. It still got like a negative impact, which I see the benefit because, for example, like packing, I hate packing.
Yeah,
I hate packing. Like that's one of my. I have to do it when I have to, but I just hate packing. I want to have a robot to do it for me. Right. I get lazy sometimes. Yeah, I forget to go put the car on charger. I know I gotta go somewhere in the morning, or I don't feel like going to But I would love to have that for that kind of reason,
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. And I think that we're all about to see a labor shakeup with or without the robots.
Definitely.
And it's not going to be the current gen AI that does it, but
definitely.
I mean, we have seen people lose their jobs to current gen AI, and the world is changing.
Definitely.
Faster than it ever has before.
Definitely.
And
definitely.
I don't know. I don't even have a clue where it's going to end up next, but like I don't even know what to tell. Like somebody says, "Oh, you're gonna get kids ready for what's coming up." It's like normally it would be like, "Oh, go to school or go get a trade," but
exactly, and especially with the work. Once again, we moving backwards. Trying to make this a healthier place out here, and the environment is just moving backwards because of
money
and
not just everybody's money, just a couple people's money.
Money and what's the word I'm looking for? Not greed, but ego and stuff. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Elon's prediction that we're going to be like Star Trek coming up is real. Well, the problem is I don't know. Like yeah, there's going to be a world of superabundance or whatever, but how are we going to get from where we are today to that? Is he just going to like help his way there? Because it doesn't look like he would be one of the ones that would drive that from what we've seen of him lately. But if there's nobody to buy the products, even though there's plenty of like robots and AI to make the products, what's going to happen?
Right.
So eventually, you know, once everything is shook up, it will end up very much like Star Trek. But because I don't even see serfdom returning if you could not have to look at, you know, us normal folks or poor people, and you could have the robot do everything. I don't know why you would want us there at all to complain, to have to feed, to give them breaks. So eventually, it will happen.
Yes.
And I think it's going to happen within their lifetime at least. And maybe not the full Star Trek way. It might literally be like the unrest and war that we saw in like Deep Space Nine. It's like, oh my goodness. Not in that one, but like when they did their flashbacks to like as Earth was becoming the utopia.
Yeah. But I actually saw, you know, how I actually saw for my own eyes and the process of Optimus getting built and things like that.
Yeah.
I just
Is it still completely hand built, or is there some automation to it now?
It's a little bit of both, you know. It's like testing here and there. I can't really say, you know, hit me on the back line.
Yeah.
But
I'm curious if it's building itself one day.
But right now, I can't see canceling two big primary lines like that. That's what that what got me scratching my head and got a lot of scratching my head, you know.
Because they had always described it as being built in the attic, and like the cars were not built in the attic. So I know now SNX did do that little handoff over the bridge, but that's not the attic. That's a handoff over the bridge.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling it's going to build itself eventually, and that will be interesting to watch as well.
So we shall see, man. But
yeah,
it's about to get interesting though. So.
Yeah, there are headwinds. Tesla recently recalled more than 10,000 Powerwall units. Oh, was yours part of that? The ones that got recalled?
I didn't get no memo. I didn't get anything from the solar company that installed mine or anything. So I was going to ask you that. How would I know? Is somebody I need to test out? I need to touch out to? I look in the app. I don't have anything.
In the app, you'll see like a charge limited.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you don't see a charge limit, then it's probably not there. And yours isn't in the sun either. Yours is in the shady side of the house, right?
Yes, correct. Because now it do be in the sun as a sun setting. Right. But it don't be too long though. But.
Right, not like at noon it's getting cooked.
Correct. No.
So I wondered if it was just before that came about. But either way, if they were in immediate danger, it wouldn't even be your solar company. It would be Tesla coming out to your house.
Okay.
And
because like I said, I'm registered, you know, everything in the app and everything. So I was figuring maybe if it was the case, it'll be coming through the app. I got an alert a while back about smoke, some kind of recall or some kind of upgrade, like dealing with the seal. But I don't get it done because you know he ain't gonna be.
You don't drive in the water.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah. So on that one, like I said, if you see a limit in there, then you're part of it. And if you see a Tesla truck out front of your house, then yes.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was kind of crossing my fingers because I'm like maybe I can probably ease my way and probably see if I can get a good deal on a third one. I really want a third one, you know.
Hey, while you're in there, pop a third one on there.
Yeah, we'll work something out. You said it'll be a limiter.
Yeah, kind of like on your car when it gets too cold.
Like up in here somewhere.
I'll make it bigger. Yeah, in there it would say something about the Powerwall. Like you would be able to set it to 100 or something. What percent is it at now?
Oh, I do. It's at 87 because it's charging, but I charge mine to 100. It charged to 100 all the time. I've been doing it since day one. It charged to 100 and then it started Once it get to 100, like in the daylight here, because we still got we still got some time left. So it's gonna make it to 100. And what's going to happen is it's going to start going to the excess is going to be going to the grid because the house is going to take its little bit and the excess is going to go there. But I do notice it ain't doing. My guy told me it's about time because I haven't done it in a while, but I got to get the
clean those panels
clean. Yeah.
I was looking at if I wanted to buy the pole and if the pole would reach my top. Yours on the second story, so it won't work for you, but.
What would you find one of those at though? Because I got a big ladder and I'm thinking about it's because somebody out here the cheapest one I saw out here to come out here and clean it for me is 400 and some.
Oh, be gracious.
Yes. So I'm like
the most I've seen is 200 out here.
400 because they got a grid. If you I got like 54 panels but I'm like it's right here accessible and. So I might just psych myself up there and get up there myself and just get a pole and do it myself.
I wouldn't do just the ladder. I would get you one of them scaffoldings and a ladder, and then you ladder up to the scaffold, and then you do it from there. That we got.
Is that the same? I'm looking for something like a safety horn, so just if I do fall, like I won't.
Exactly.
That's what I'm looking for. Send me that information on that when you get sick. I know you can. I know you're the man for it though.
Yeah, if I find that they have a pole to reach my roof, then they'll probably still do all right with yours because.
Have you had yours done since you had them?
The company put them on, did it once, and then my neighbor did it once.
Do you got trees over your home? Because thank God we don't have trees. Okay.
Thankfully.
How often from the first time you had it cleaned from the time you had it put in? Like how long it took?
I used to do it every 2 or 3 years, but like I said, I got done last year, and I want to go ahead and do it again this year. So. They're looking dingy again.
Hey, look! I even made a quick little YouTube short about the app. I know the app kept getting updated. I love it because, like, when the sun is out, it'll show the sun over my home, or if it's light.
Oh, nice!
You notice that? Hey, if it's getting dark, it starts showing the sun. It's like,
oh, that's cool.
I was like, little stuff like that. Tesla do, that's just kind of stuff just on the app alone, as far as software updates or over the air updates, But I thought that was pretty cool. So, like, if it was raining. It'll show the rain. It'll show the rain coming. If it's lightning, it'll show the lightning, of course. I'm like, that's pretty.
Especially if they do a storm watch, put a little lightning on there.
Exactly. Yeah, in storm watch mode. So.
Yeah. So let's see. There have been 10,000 recalls. A stupid name for a law. Big Bill Act. Is it a bill or is it an act? I'm going to be beautiful.
Oh God, that's gonna be hilarious.
Tax credits on residential energy storage systems like Powerwall in the U.S. Yeah, but see, the thing is, as long as it's priced correctly, people are still going to get it because one, you get the benefit to not be without power, and two, you can make or save enough money to be worth doing it, even if you're not into green. The commercial credits for the Mega Pack and Mega Block continue to the 2030s. Interesting. Makes international markets like Germany, where incentive programs for home storage remain intact, even more strategically important for the Powerwall product line. Crowded European market. Tesla is not launching the Powerwall 3P into a vacuum. The European residential storage market is intensely competitive, and several rivals already offer native three-phase solutions. Yeah, like I'm saying, there are a few out there already. Not as common as what Tesla used to do and just put 3 of them up there, because that's pretty straightforward. Enphase has been aggressively expanding across Europe with the IQ Battery 5P with flex phase technology, which launched in Germany, Austria, Switzerland in 2025. And yeah, Enphase has been on a tear lately. Like they had their little acquisition of Clipper Creek, and then everything changed. Enphase has been aggressively expanding that BYD offers 3-phase capability to their battery box Hive, HVE powered with the PowerBox hybrid inverter. And the modular stacks work with popular European inverter brands like Fronius and SMA. Sonnen, a powerful German brand now owned by Shell, provides the Sonnen Battery 10 with a virtual power plant integration, a feature particularly popular in the German market, where dynamic tariff optimization is a real selling point. I wish we had that more here in the States. We do have a little bit of it here. Powerwall 3P's core advantage is simplification, one box, one installation. Yeah, that's what I keep saying. It's like you can go with the competitors, but you're very rarely going to be able to get one box and done. It's usually a bunch of stuff. M-phase requires 3 multiple 5 kilowatt-hour modules to match Powerwall's 13.5. BYD 3-phase typically requires a separate inverter purchase. And if Tesla prices the 3P competitively or at or near the cost of a single Powerwall 3, that would be amazing if they did it at the price of one Powerwall 3. And they could undercut multiple component setups from rivals on an installed cost.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, and that would be the other reason why I would do a Powerwall over a DIY. If the price was close, it's just the simplicity of just one thing. Let's see. Long overdue fix and the execution of cramming 3-phase inverter into a single mounted unit is exactly the kind of product engineering Tesla excels at. With its industry-leading power electronics integration. See, people say this place is anti-Tesla. Look, they're saying nothing but good stuff about this. Now the question is, are Tesla's brand issues in Europe extending to the energy division? They might. Or I don't actually see probably as much being an issue with Tesla in Europe for this. I expect what we're going to see a problem here is the U.S. company in Europe. Because right now we are just poking everybody in the eye and daring them to do something. And we've already seen that a bunch of them will get tired of our crap and do something about it. All right, so let's look at this here with the comments. I'm curious what people think about 3P. I don't see the comments. I clicked it. There were 30 comments, I said, right? Let's close the comments. Open them back again. I've made it mad. Let's refresh. It doesn't look like it refreshed. Let's refresh again.
Did I just hear your baby?
I think you did.
I was saying your mic is
really good.
Amazing. You can hear an ant walking around the floor.
Yes.
Oh.
Are all the comments broken or just this one article? How do you put the finishing touches on the most affordable EV, BWID3? Any comments on this one? 13. I might be blocking comments. Let me see. Can I get at the controller for that? Maybe. I'm checking to see as if I have any kickbacks on my log here. I shouldn't be blocking comments. And I don't think the comments come from a server that had nefarious content on it. That'd be a reason for me to block it. That one. Then top clients. There we go, top blocks. Although, what would block it is if they come off of IPv6. I broke my IPv6 over the weekend. Let's go back. Can we go back? You never go back, Charlie. You never go back. All right, let's just go. Oh, there it is. Expand. And then comments. And then fail to load comments. And see if my blocks have gone up. I don't see anything.
What's that? You say your comment? The comments on that one?
Yeah, but all their comments seem to be blocked. Let me see if the browser is doing it. I've had that happen before. More. 16 domains. Get a listing, please. YouTube. Oh, that's everything. I was like, what do they have YouTube on their page for? And then I saw that a whole bunch of stuff to this chat program of ours. I can close this window. Wait, no, I'll leave it open and then reload the page again. And then it should show up on this list if this program is doing it. Ooh, a whole bunch of stuff. 9 to 5. Wow, let me put this back up here again. All right, YouTube streaming. We don't need a benchmark. Firewall 2 was allowed, or Firewall 3 was allowed. Inverter, collector, video player hub, gallery. One signal was allowed. Typekit was flagged. WordPress. Google Manager. Event tracking was blocked. I loaded a bunch of ads.
What browser you use?
I'm using a version of Microsoft Edge. See ads, a bunch of YouTube stuff. So that's being allowed. Initial player response. PLX. Generate. All right, I'm not seeing anything that would block it. So what I'm going to do, close this and undo this. See what happens. And then we'll know for sure. Live debugging. All right, so the ads came in, but the comments did not. So this one is not responsible for no comments. Turn that back on, refresh again. All right, so if it's still done when I fix the IPv6 in the network, then we'll know that it was something I did.
All right, let's.
Tesla dropped. Oh yeah, let's look at the bike before we run out of time. Also, right. Also, so this is a sister company to Rivian. They got spun out by RJ when he was starting up Rivian. 1 in a million, 1,000,001. Look at this modular bike you can put on your cargo kit, the one that we reserved there, so we can put the girls in the back. Or you can get a regular post for just you. You can get road tires, you can get knobby tires. What was interesting about this for me was all the technology, because e-bikes are a dime a dozen, but this one has what we've become used to with our Teslas and Rivians. You've got your phone key, you've got auto lock, you walk away and it locks itself. The battery will lock. It's got an alarm with tracking. It's got a Sentry mode basically. They didn't call it gear guard. They didn't call it Sentry mode either, but it's that. And the battery charges at 240 watts USB-C, and got two USB-C ports on it. So you can charge two things at once, like a laptop at full speed, and then something else probably also at full speed.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting.
yeah. I liked the little helmet. I didn't like the styling of the helmet, but I liked everything else about the helmet. It's got you got lighting, you get your what do you call it? Your running lights, basically. Brake light.
Yeah, I seen the Mercedes bike. The Mercedes
They
bike
do the
got
same?
the helmets with the headlight and the brake light on the helmet, which is pretty cool. It syncs up with the bike.
Yeah. So it's got where's the details on it? There we go. At a glance. Got the high bar system, the release layer system. There we go. It's like an inside-out airbag. Did it switch? Reject. Okay, it switched. The release system protects what makes you you. Oh, this is a whole nother company. So they just integrated this. Introducing RLS, the world's first, only release layer system. We can, jettison those, and then you've made some of the energy go elsewhere. They make helmets safer by enabling panels to roll and release upon impact, significantly dissipating rotational forces that can cause life-changing brain injuries. So this isn't the Rivian helmet. This is the technology on the Rivian helmet. Patented release panel layers fastened. I say Rivian, but also helmet. Fastened to a bearing layer, bonded to the helmet shell, designed to roll and release. Oh, I see. So the shell comes off, and those are actually BBs under there. So if you're sliding along the ground, then you've got wheels basically, so that you're not dragging and twisting. It'll help reduce. That makes more sense now. There you go. That's reason he was gone. 4 production of risk of concussion. So that guy tumbled. Now this one, the panel got gripped off, and it kept sliding without twisting his neck. Okay. All right. Works beautifully. Yeah, because I was about to say, if you hit your head, you're gonna need a new helmet anyway. But yeah, if you hit your head, why not also keep it a little safe? Like a mountain, urban. So that looks like they took the urban one and made it their own. Yep, there's also whoever Hexer is, can you? Okay. There has to be a better way. So let's go back to also share this tab instead, close this other one. So release layer system, high bar system is what? Not the link outside? It is. All right, your helmet, but fitter. High bar replaces central straps and buckles for a secure, precise, user-friendly helmet experience with a simple twist of a dial. I like that. Okay, and they're everywhere because this is a work helmet. Okay, that's cool. I was never a fan of the little straps. I put them on because you had to, but I didn't like the straps. All right, so
How many have you ordered already?
two. One for me, one for my wife. They say they start shipping this year. We'll see. Okay. So it's IP6X6, so it's got waterproof rating. It's got a charging of USB-C. I think that's what the other port is for. You plug in the bike, plug in the helmet together, and when you go for your next trip to there. So it's got one headlight of 200 lumens, and the other light is a task light. I guess if you're looking at a map or whatever. It's 550 grams. Sounds heavy to me. The fit right there with the high bar. the sound another wavelength. You get the 2 new levels of transcendence with the seamless audio integration, alpha waves built-in speakers, and crystalline sound straight to your cortex with the pleasing transparency that helps keep you present and alert as you ride. So it's got the speakers, it's got lights, it's got the brake light, and it integrates with the there's the RLS. Integrates with the lighting system on the bike. So let's go back now. Before we get to the bike, because this was cooler to me. They have 2 quads. All right, so they got the TMQ, which is this one here. It looks like a little mini Rivian van to me.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, and then they've got this golf cart replacement. So you can either have cargo that doesn't need a cover, or you can like put your kids in it, because right now it's actually you can kind of see it. They got 2 benches on this one right here. So I was thinking immediately as soon as I saw it, I thought rickshaw, and I was like, yeah, that'd be awesome right there. So that was like a little like a touristy area. You go on tours, you get your people in the back.
I would love to have that at the racetrack. Me and my crew go around terrorizing people. I'm trying to get get them to race me.
Yes. You get people or cargo in the back right there.
Yeah.
And then this one, the big one, I obviously see probably only as delivery. Like maybe the mail truck at a big corporate campus, or definitely like UPS and FedEx and Amazon, but lower carbon footprint. Let's see. So it's got the same operating system as the regular bicycle, but because it's a bike, you can use it in the bike lane in many cities, and then you can change out your cargo box, so it doesn't have to be people, but the one they ship it with is people. And then you've got a fleetier fleet. The TMQ has 4 wheels. It's an electric bike at heart, pedal powered with motorized assist. Like the TMB, the TMQ is designed, engineered, and tested to automotive standards. Lower upfront cost of maintenance. The other thing I liked about this was when I found out that they were not just by wire like braking and everything, but they are by wire pedaling. So you're actually pedaling into a generator, not into a chain. It's got a chain, but the motor is controlling that exclusively. It's got regen, which was right at my alley, because I like electric stuff. More space to fit everything. The TMQ makes open air, in the moment mobility even more part of your everyday life. I think that'd be awesome for like a rickshaw type situation right there. And see, they got the 2 benches. You can see them a little better there. And then I guess you probably fold them down or even use them as shelving. Hop aboard. Ingy, what's up, baby? What's making you upset? Mommy made you sad? Yeah. Where's your shirt? Is it best in the rain? All right. You want to get a shirt on? Come sit with me. All right, go put your shirt on. Come up sit with me. Because I got the camera on and you need to be wearing a shirt. Okay, put a shirt and come with me. Yeah. Or bring a shirt and I'll put it on you and then come sit with me, okay? Okay, you can't reach the light. Turn on the light for you. Hold on. Huh? Everyone. No, hold on. Let me put on the light for you. Get your shirt, okay? All right. Hallway light's on now. Right, grab a shirt out of the bedroom and then I'll put it on for you and come with me, okay? Okay. See you soon. With the shirt. Or whole dress, whichever one. Bring a dress or bring a shirt. No, not the shirt, not the white shirt. You got a new shirt from the bedroom. Yeah. Okay. You want to get your Minnie Mouse shirt or your Elsa shirt? Okay. Go get it from the basket. I'll have to put it on. Okay. It's in the big basket in my room. You can't. Will mommy help you get it and you can sit with me? Mommy's angry? What did you do to make mommy angry? One more time? Like this? What's this? You said please? Why did you do it in high school? What about in the other basket in my room? This move clothes. You want to bring one in and I'll put it on? You can bring it and I'll be right here.
Hey, my people, that's gonna be it on this. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more. Peace.